Hey y'all, this is Twin Flame Talk. Today we're going to talk about the Twin Flame passion, the intimacy that they have, and how powerful that connection is. Just as a individual twin alone, they generate a lot of energy. And when that energy is channeled right, it helps so many people that we don't even know we're helping them. And so to get that channeled and under control, it needs some guidance. And we get that guidance through, as I always say, our higher selves, right? And in the interim that we're getting that guidance of how to manage the extra power that we have, we're going to have those karmics. So those karmics are playing the role of keeping us separated for us to be able to control that energy. Seriously, I mean, I'm getting people's higher selves coming to me like crazy. And I don't know what to do with it sometimes, And what's going on is that trying to channel what's going on because I don't know whose energy is coming to me, right? And then when I find out, because they make themselves known, they aren't even aware that they're coming to me. And so when I ask them, how could I help them on that spiritual level, they sometimes reject me, which is cool. Because I know that if I'm going to do something, it's going to be out of love. And so I take the direction from my higher self. So what I'm trying to say is that I didn't even know that my energy level was peaking. I had dreams that I was getting ready to chat with my twin, right? So those dreams indicated, and then I did speak to my twin, right? And what happened was, by then, somebody's higher self had already come to me and I didn't understand. I thought it was other people that I was interacting with. So when he actually came, my energy level was skyrocketed because I was so excited, and so that excitement, like unbeknown to me, right? I'm walking around and people are just generating to me and they're just feeling happy. I'm literally trying to talk to them on a serious level and they're just laughing, because they're happy. And I'm trying to scratch my head like, was I cracking? At that time, I were cracking a joke. Usually I do. And I like to play. So I'm like, I noted and I said it again and they just thought it was funny. So I said, okay, so once you get an understanding that your energy level is going to be so high that people around you are going to have all sorts of happy feelings and a lot of hope for themselves. So we were able to tune in that, okay, this energy that we have as just the individual twin without our twin with us is powerful. Okay, so that's why you gotta be making sure that whatever your type of energy that you're reflecting out there is positive, is love, is so that because your energy level, whatever you're picking up, is going to explode more just by yourself. So with your twin, it's going to be unbelievable because how we're yearning for that twin, okay? And we're yearning and we want to be with them, but we can't because the karmic or whomever, some situation is keeping us separated. And so we're still yearning for them and we still, like, our heart like beats a little, like a lot. The other day, I said, okay, let me call my twin because I need, we do a project together every once in a while. So I don't have to call him all the time. Okay. It's too much. It's just way too much for me sometimes. The energy is just way too much. So I had to call him and I asked him to call me. So when he did call me, I wasn't even doing anything. I think I was just standing in the kitchen and I was cool. And when the phone rang, my heart was beating so much that I had to tell him, listen, I got to catch my breath because I was literally out of breath. So when they tell you that they take your breath away, that must be it. Okay? So what I'm saying is that we have to control that extra energy that we get from our twin by our higher self and understanding our spiritual gifts and getting the balance between it. Because and the thing is, so we got to talking about this project, and he was like, okay, so let's meet privately. So I'm like my mind is going off the chain, okay? Because I'm like, holy smacks, this would be perfect for me to, get some little flirting in, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So I'm trying to twiddle myself and, like trying to calm down because now my energy level is going through the roof. And so that's, like the passion in me my mind was, just be straight up. My mind was like, sort of, where it would be, So that's where it was, right there at that passion moment. And you know what passion I'm talking about. So I'm going to work, right? With like totally excited. And so while I'm totally excited, I'm looking at coming in later on through the evening. Someone comes to me, a close friend. They're not feeling well. Okay, so I'm like, okay, sit down. Let's get this sorted out, right? They're like, and you could see that their head was pounded, but you couldn't see their head was pounded, but their eyes were red. They were in pain, headache, good Lord. And they were saying that it was getting to the point where they felt like how they did the time they were rushed to the hospital where they blacked out. So, of course, we don't need that, right? So my energy level is high, but I'm now concentrating on this situation. So I said, well, sit down and let me do what I have to do. I said, no, as a matter of fact, take your shoes off. Right? That's like, I don't like taking my shoes off. Take your shoes off, please, so that I can do what I'm got to do. So they did. And then I was like, no, you know what? Let's take you into another position so that you could be more comfortable. Literally, right after that, they stood up and they were like, hey, what did you do? Because how I was feeling is going. So I'm like, serious? They were like, yes. And I'm like, no, you got to be kidding me, because I haven't started. So they were like, well, whatever is going on is going. So I'm like, okay, trying to scratch my head. So I'm like, the only thing that I could put through to it was that the conversation that I had with my twin, right? And where my mind was at the time talking to the twin, right? After he said a private moment, like, my mind is like right there. So I'm like, could you imagine if the twins were totally on a one-on-one passion all the time, and they knew their spiritual gifts, and they were connected to their highest self? Because they say that when the twins are totally passionate with each other, it's like the two twins that are separated really become one, and it's like explosive. So I haven't been there yet, but all these things leading up to it, I'm going to probably pass the flip out. So anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, let's stick to the books. Let's surrender to our higher selves, right? Let's surrender to our higher selves. And the main thing with surrendering to our higher selves, we'll be able to see the happiness and the peacefulness and the hope that we are able to generate from that experience, from interacting with our higher selves, which is also your twin. And as you surrender, you're giving in to how we think it should work out, okay? And they'll be able to let us know what our purpose is while we're here. They're going to be able to help control those emotions that are explosive. And we need that help. Y'all, we need that help. And I'm excited to what could I say? I'm losing my energy right now. So let's kick in with our higher selves, which is connected to our twins, because that intimacy, that passion that we are looking for, baby, if we could help heal people with the energy that's around us just because we're connected to them, could you imagine how sweet that will be? Because that's such a pure love that we have as twins that is generating on others like that, that their energy level is raising also. I mean, that's unbelievable. It's phenomenal. And we could do it, twins. I know we can. So let's stick together on this. And if you have had that power, that what we call it, sparkle moment, firecracker moment, like if you have had that, hit me up because I would love to hear about it. And for that, I want to say peace out, much love. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching Twin Flame 1111. And I would like to hear from you on how your journey is shaping out. So please, if you can, leave a comment below and let me know where you're tuning in from. That's always great to know. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share with others. Also, if you haven't subscribed and would like to hear more on the love of us all and our journey, hit the subscribe button below and the bell. Much love always.